Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Imagazim, they all are wealthy. You hear all of these names and you think only about one stuff: wealthy. You know what connects them? You would say probably it's money, yeah. You could say so because I understand you, all of us will think about money in the first place. But no, it's far not money, it's knowledge. Most of them have a story shared, like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos have an autobiography. Imagazi has its own YouTube channel since 2016. I think everyone agrees that they want to be like them. And you know what I did in order to achieve or to be as closely as possible to their success? So you know what I did? I stole. I was a thief. I stole their knowledge, their ideas. I stole everything possible. So here is what I implemented in my life that could potentially be useful for you. What everyone keeps saying it is keep believing in yourself. At first I thought it was cliché. Everyone keeps saying that you should believe in yourself. Isn't that kind of cliché? It's actually not. Believing in yourself requires acknowledging your strengths, embrace your imperfections, and cultivating a positive mindset. To better understand it, try to focus on small wins from your past. No matter how big we were, like running a marathon, or you read 3 pages, it doesn't matter. Focusing on these small wins will usually boost your confidence. But guys, you can't succeed if you have people who brings you down emotionally and physically. If you think and see that it kind of drags you down, you have to get rid of them. I'm not saying to kill them, don't take it in other ways. Try to be as far away as possible. Remember that self-esteem and self-beliefs grows with time and effort. You can't be possible thinking about growing self-confidence in yourself and believing in yourself in one day. Rome wasn't built in one day. I actually don't know how many days it took for Rome to be built, but just think about Rome when you're trying to achieve something. Think how much effort, time you have to put into work to actually see some small achievement. But if you're going to keep that doing on and on, believe me, you won't recognize yourself in even few months from now. That brings us to tip number 2. What is actually meaning to be positive? Like, you have to smile when someone beats you down, or you have to smile every time you're walking across the street? In some terms, yeah. So by trying to be positive, it means you have to cultivate certain gratitude in your life. You have to focus on positive activities. For example, you see some beef that celebrities have. Instead of paying attention and commenting on each TikTok, short or reel you've seen on your social media, actually ignore them. There are 3 buttons usually at all of our social media platforms, where when you press them, it says, I'm not interested. So you press that button, so you just skip all of these beefs that are not progressive. Try to do as possible as can to limit your exposure to negativity. You have to remember that positivity is not a job. It's actually a state of mindset. If you include in your daily lifestyle a positive mindset and take care of your body, I think you could potentially be the next Elon Musk. Saying about taking care of your body. That brings us to tip number 3. A lot of teenagers nowadays try to neglect 3 most important actions that you should require in your lifestyle to be as healthy as possible. I'm talking about food, physical activity, and sleep. A lot of people are eating junk food, and I've probably seen them everywhere. I'm not saying you should exclude from your life all of the junk foods, because sometimes it brings you pleasure, but try to reduce them as much as possible. Also, teenagers nowadays try to avoid physical activity, like it's not cool, it's kind of cliche, and why even you would need to do physical activity? You know who are addressing these typical questions? And the last point is sleeping. I don't know why for many of us, because I'm also a teenager, not sleeping is actually cool. Like, yeah man, I'm going to sleep at 3 AM, 4 AM when I'm waking up at 12 PM. Man, half of your day has been lost because you were sleeping, and half of your night has been lost because you were playing Minecraft, or playing CSGO, or playing other games, or being on TikTok, or doing everything possible but not sleeping. If you're a teenager, let's say you're like 14 to 19, your sleep cycle should be around 7 to 8 hours. If you're going bored 20 years old and going to 30s, you should think about 6 hours to 7 hours is the best and most useful for adults. Also guys, if you want to start working out 3 times or even 2 times per day, it's more than enough. You could start by working out at the gym, or swimming, or football, or basketball, or even walking. Walking is also as important as working out because it's improving your circulation, it strengthens your muscles, it maintains your joint flexibility. So by any change, if you think that actually it is important to implement these 3 things in your lifestyle, well my friend, you are on a correct path. With that positive note, let's go to tip number 4. Learning something new. Now, I want to ask you, when was the last time you actually learned something? Have you ever heard about Pythagoras, Socrates, or Marcus Aurelius? If not, let me show you briefly who they are. Basically, they are some ancient philosophers, and that's all you need to know right now. If you want to study them, Google is free for all the necessary information you would like to search. But why did I mention these 3 great ancient philosophers? Because all of their lives they've been learning, and I think learning as well. I want you to make them an example for you. Learn as much as possible, read books, read articles, read ebooks. By the way guys, ebook. I just published my first ebook and I'm super excited to announce it, and I want each of you to go down and take it and read it because I don't know how to say it, but it's actually the most important information you could take as a teenager if you want to develop yourself. During reading the book, you learn what it actually means to work out, how to be more dedicated, how to start your self-improvement journey, and a lot of stuff I guarantee you that will bring you more advantages in your life. So the link, it is in description, and I want you all to take a look at it because the most exciting part of it, it costs less than a Starbucks coffee. Yeah, it costs less than a Starbucks coffee. The amount of work I put there, the amount of knowledge I put there, costs less than a Starbucks coffee. So you see, life is all about learning and growing. Try something new, something that you've always wanted to try. Could be working out, everything, you just need to start and do it. If you love it, then it doesn't matter who else loves it. The last but not the least, stay organized. I'm not talking about only keeping your stuff organized, but keeping your mindset, keeping your time, keeping your tasks organized. So if you want to start to be more organized, I strongly advise you to do a to-do list every day. And if you're lazy enough to write it on a notebook, like I am right now, the alternative is here. I strongly advise you guys to download one app. It's called Tweak. By the way, this is not a promotion. I think it should be a promotion because I've always been promoting this stuff. What actually does a Tweak do? Well, you could write there your to-do list, you could add reminders, you could delete stuff, you could add or delete tasks, can do a lot of great stuff. For someone who is on his or her self-improvement journey, I think this is the best for you. Maybe I'll put a link below, or maybe not, who knows. Only I know. But anyway, if I don't put a link below, guys, I strongly advise you download it. Or you could search for something else. There's like Google Docs, you could put in your Google Docs, or Google Sheets, you could put in a Google Sheet, or there are a lot of great stuff. But I think Tweak is the best because it is actually free, the most useful and most evergreen to understand, and also it's free. Yeah, there is a pro version, but only if you need it like urgently. I have a version and I'm happy with that, and I've been using this app I think more than half of it. So these were the 5 most important self-improvement tips for yourself. Take it one step and try to be as consistent as possible. Don't forget that you're capable of achieving everything, but I mean everything you want, if you put your mind to work. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and also subscribe because I'm delightful for each subscriber new I have on this channel.